Yo, what's
What's
good,
going
man?
on,
How's it
man?
going?
Good, doing good.
Oh man, how's preparation going? You feel ready for Saturday week?
We're ready, my friend. We got another sparring session tomorrow, the last one, and now it's ready to go, man. I'm ready to go.
I seen your T-shirt that you had on the other day in training about the I'm a big guy, but I got power in my arms and
Yeah,
in my arms and my legs. You're doing this for us
damn
us
right.
larger
Yes,
gentlemen,
I
aren't
can.
you?
I'm doing this to show that looks can be deceived, man. They judge me by the looks, but they're gonna regret.
That's what I always have to tell the girls that I meet at the club. I have to tell them, no, looks are
Yeah,
deceiving. Like we'll have a good time. But tell me, tell me this much: how have you been training during this quarantine? Have you been doing less
yeah. We're doing
sparring and
less
sort of more
sparring, man.
cardio?
Now it's more like one-on-one section. A lot of strength and condition and pad work. A lot of MMA drills, but most like striker, cause Greg is a striker, so we focus on strike. So there's more one-on-one. Yeah, last sparring, but I already got two sparring session in. Tomorrow gonna do last one. We're ready to go, man.
I did see that a lot of people were complaining about the placement on the card. I've seen you talk about this a little bit. My argument would be this is going to be pay-per-view. This is going to be a first round knockout, whether it's you that wins or whether it's Greg
I
Hardy that
agree
wins,
with
as
you,
far as
man. I
I'm
think the
concerned.
fight's worth the main card, man. We both gonna put it on show. I know he's angry for fight, and me too. I mean, we don't get paid by the hour. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna throw down, and it is what it is, man.
You're 6-0. Is Greg Hardy the best opponent you've
No,
faced yet?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna know after Saturday, but I don't think so. I mean, they all good, man. I mean, I believe, especially UFC, when you get to UFC, everybody's good, and the heavyweight division. I mean, everyone have a punching power like chance. So I don't see how Greg is the difficult one. It's just a big guy with a power.
Of course, of course, he's coming from the NFL. He's made that transition to MMA the last few years. I mean, he's definitely going to be athletically one of the better fighters in terms of athleticism, probably in UFC's heavyweight
I
division.
think he's very athletic, man. He moved good, especially for, yeah, like you say, for heavyweight division. He's very athletic, but I think I'm gonna bring different things on the table. I don't really care about his athleticism, his size, his weight, his reach advantage. I'm gonna just go forward. I'm gonna make it a dog fight, and one of us going down, and I'm okay if I'm the one who going down. I don't care.
We obviously saw you land an incredible knockout in your last fight. Can you talk me through a bit about how that punch landed and sort of how much that has changed your life
Yeah,
since that incredible knockout in Melbourne?
yeah. We knew it. That Justin Tuffers got over aggressive when he touched you, and so he got me a good combination on my chin. I knew it. He would come for the kill, and he opened himself. So I land that beautiful right hook right on his jaw. But nothing really changed. I mean, I'm the same guy. I mean, I go to work, gym, home, basic man. I didn't get that much rich.
No, that's going to come after you beat Greg Hardy. I know a lot of people want to see Greg Hardy. Obviously, he's lost a couple of times in different ways. You know, he's lost decisions, he's lost by DQ, but he hasn't been like finished yet. And his whole MMA career, people have wanted to see him finished.
I
Are you
think
the guy
so. I
that's going
mean,
to do that?
like I say all the time, man. I don't see him get punched in the jaw, man. I want to test that jaw. I want to punch him in the jaw. I also want to kick him, man. I want to see, man. I'm telling you, I'm taking a risk. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna force these shoes. I'm gonna force the fight. And if I touch him, I mean, I'm 100% sure I can finish him.
He doesn't. He's a guy who's pretty unpopular with a lot of fans for a lot of different reasons we don't have to get
I don't
into.
care
Do
about him,
you
man. I don't
dislike Greg
know
Hardy?
him. I can't dislike someone that I don't know. So I don't really know him. I never crossed paths with him.
Mhm.
And I don't really have enemy in this game. I mean, I'm just here for my family, make their money, and that's it. Have no feelings to regard.
You mentioned money a little bit. Did you feel financially under pressure to take this fight,
Financial,
despite
no,
everything that's
no, because
happening in the world
I'm in
right
a
now?
different spot now. I work. I still have a part-time job, so my wife works full time. We financial, we're not in a struggle. I can do this for. But I like to fight, and fight to bring me different things, and I need fight in my life, so that's what I'm fighting.
What do you guys do? What's your job on the side when you're not
My
fighting and
wife is
knocking
a
people out?
teacher, and I work in security office in the school. So we got a job. We got a job all year round.
Even now, you've got a security job. That doesn't seem like the kind of job that they would
Yeah, we
enforce
still
at
have
the
a job
moment.
because the school still serve food for people who can afford, and for all the childs. So I still do it part time. I will go 10 to 2 o'clock, just chill, do your job, go home, get your check.
Were you concerned about taking this fight? Obviously, there's a lot going on, but you took the fight for April 18th, back when things were even less certain. Did you or your wife have any concerns about taking the fight at this current time?
I mean, yeah, of course you gotta be concerned about everything happening in life. I mean, a lot of people dying, a lot of people getting sick with all this thing. We of course we're concerned, but I'm also count that UFC gonna be able to put things together safely for everybody. So that's it. I'm I'm just focused on fight.
Did you agree with the decision to cancel the fight 3 weeks ago and move it to 3 weeks'
I
time?
don't know, man. I don't. It's just messed up because I mean I've been training for this fight since December. Then we got canceled. Took a week off. Then we get back again. Uh, there's my friend over there keeps commenting. Fabio, you sucks. Fabio, you fat. Fabio, you fat fuck.
This Buffalo MMA 8?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
you, Fabio. No, I'm joking. He seems like a nice guy. But yeah, no, it's a pretty crazy time for you guys right now. What did your wife say when you said to her, "I'm going to be going out. I'm going to be flying to Florida, and I'm going to be, in a cage, punching a guy, hugging a guy, sweating on a
Yeah,
guy,
he's
bleeding on a
really
guy
concerned, but I
during
mean,
all of
like you
this"?
said, we got to put a fan on God, and we hope that UFC do everything right, that we can come back home safe. Fight is already a risk, no matter what. No matter what time we fight is a risky, but we definitely worry about it. But I hope everything gonna end up being good.
Tell me a bit about if we can go back to that knockout. Obviously, it was a highlight reel KO for you, but when you watch it back, and I'm watching it back, I'm wondering when you're in the cage, are you surprised at how easy it is to
Uh,
land
I
that
see the
shot?
open and landed, but I know for a fact that I have power. I know I have power both my hand. I know. What's that? Someone is commenting there. I don't know. I know that if I land a punch and that's over. So yeah, but I see the open and I throw that punch, man. I know that for a fact. Soon I touch him, I knew it was over.
Had you expected that he would overextend the way that he did and really open
Yeah,
up
I
for
think
that
so
shot
because
the way that he did?
I thought he was doing good. He was pissed me out really good. He got a couple punch on me. He was doing good. He actually was winning the fight. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm humble enough to know that he was doing good. His game plan was perfect. He was close to the distance. I couldn't kick because my goal was kicking a lot. I couldn't kick. He was close to the distance fast. So I knew it. He will overextend. I say he gonna come for the kill. And I keep listening to his coach keeps saying, "Don't give him space. Don't give him space. Get on him." So I knew it. He'll come for the kill.
Um, I see some people saying bring Hardy a pillow, and I saw a good question here earlier. Is preparing? Would you rather have this long wait to prepare for someone like Greg Hardy, or would you rather just have this fight kind of out of the way and get it
Yeah,
done as
I
soon as
don't
possible?
really like a long camp, man. To me, a regular camp would be 6 weeks, 8 to 6 weeks. That all. Yeah, a long camp burn you out. I mean, I'm thinking on Friday, then I'll take time off. I'll think again. It's crazy, man. I don't care. I mean, Hard is not there. I mean, Hard is very athletic, but it's not like I'm fighting a super a talent guy there like John Jones or Cormier or someone you need more than 3 months. He's a striker with a power. He got a power right hand. I mean, and he's mixed it up. He's involved a lot, but it's not like he's some types of super athlete.
Well, obviously he's not a super athlete, but he certainly is somebody who was good enough to be in the NFL, and of course that skill seems to have transferred How do you like when you watch tape of him? What do you see as the area that you beat him in?
What did I see? How I can beat him? That's what you say?
Yeah, when you watch him fight, when you watch, obviously there's a lot of clips of him fighting. I mean, pretty much all of his fights have been contender series or in the UFC. Where are the areas that you see yourself beating him?
That's the thing. I think he's being involved a lot, like I say, but I still think he have a lot of hole in his game. He don't like to get punched, for sure. I see how he jab and how he move. He hate getting punched, and when he move, he leave his front leg. He's heavy on his front leg. I'm gonna be kicking the leg. I'm gonna be put pressure on it. I'm forced in shoes. I'm gonna force a brawl. I'm gonna see who got more heart and who wanted more. That's my goal. Make it a dog fight. Take away the advantage they have.
Of course,
Yes, yes.
sorry. What were you saying? You were saying you're going to take away
I'm gonna take
the
away
defense.
his advantage of his reach. He have a reach over me. He have a definitely bigger than me, but I'm gonna get inside and take all that away. So I want to fight. I want to fight close.
Because he is such a big name and he attracts such great media attention, and of course ESPN is the TV sponsor and everything like that, and he's coming over from the different sport. Do you feel like the UFC
I
want
don't
him to
care
beat you?
what the UFC want to. I mean, they my last two guys supposed to beat me. Dude, I'm 6-0 because six guys underestimate me. They thought he could beat me. Contender series was the same. Everybody was expecting me to get more than contender series. Didn't happen. I took a fight in Australia. Everybody expected that Justin Taffer would win. Didn't happen. So if you underestimate me and you think that someone gonna run me over, good luck with that. That's a mistake.
What is your communication like with the UFC
That's
at the
my,
moment? I mean,
my
how
that's my
often are they
Brazilian
talking to you
friend over
guys
there.
about what the
Trocoli
plans
over
are?
there. My Brazilian friend. What you doing, my man? Say it again, buddy.
How's it going, bro? What's his name?
He's right there. He's
What did you
what's
say
in
his name
contender
was?
series, right there. Trocoli, right
Okay,
there. Lima. Yeah.
beautiful. Um, I wanted to ask about the communication with the UFC. How often do they talk to you guys and tell you what exactly the situation is? Because I know that there's still pressure even now from certain states for this fight
Yeah,
not to
we
happen.
good, man. We got a lot of emails and people. They sent me an email yesterday. We're gonna be stuck when we get in the hotel. We're gonna be there till the fight day. We can't leave hotel. We're gonna be tested every day. When we get there, a bunch of things. I mean, I think they're gonna try to do it 100% safe. But they be in communication with us like all the time.
You say you're going to be staying in a hotel. Will they be able to get everybody on the card tested and make sure
I
that
hope
everyone is
so.
safe to
That's
fight?
what we've been told, that we're all gonna get tested. Me and my two coaches and everybody in the car.
Are you concerned as well about the drug testing? Obviously, that's a bit more difficult for USADA to do. Do you feel like that there's maybe some fighters might be? I'm not accusing Greg of anything, but are you
I don't care,
concerned in
man.
any way
Greg,
about the
the
drug testing?
steroid doesn't give you skills. I don't care. You can take whatever you want. I won't do it, but I don't care if you take steroids and you think you're gonna win because of that. That proves that you're mental weak. I don't really care, man.
And what's the plan? What have they told you the plan is after the fights happen? So you go out there, you fight in the empty arena. What do you do? Do you have to stay in a hotel for a week, or
No, we got
what's the
a ticket
situation
plane
after the
right
fight happens?
next day. We coming back on the right May 10. So after the fight, I don't know what's the deal. I'm hoping to get tested again after the fight, or when I get back here before I get to my house. Even if I have to do it, I probably will test myself. I can come home. I have a daughter and a wife, so I can just come straight home.
Obviously, that works for you, but of course, have you known anyone on the card who's a bit concerned about the fact that that you fight in Florida, right? And then like I said, like the most physical act you can do. Let's say that someone in Greg's team or someone has this thing, and you get it, and you get on a plane. Is there anyone on the card concerned about something like that? The next day after a fight, you get on a plane
I don't
with other
know. My
people
coach
of
is
the
really
public.
concerned, but I don't get it really in touch with the other guys, so I don't know. But my coach is concerned because one of my coaches is a firefighter and his wife is a nurse, so they've been really on front line of all this, and he's really concerned.
I saw a good question there earlier. This is a huge, huge change from your last fight where you fought in a full, one of the biggest attendances in UFC history in Marvel Stadium. Are you excited about the prospect of
Oh
fighting
yeah,
in front of
I
absolutely
don't really
nobody
care,
now?
man. I'm just gonna go and uh and focus on Greg Hardy, man. I'm gonna focus on Greg Hardy, and I'm gonna looking to take his fucking head off.
Is it easier for you
So
to focus when there's no crowd or anything? You can hear your corner. You're going to be hearing Joe Rogan screaming, oh my God, Yorgan knocked him out, or something like that. I don't know. But you're going to just be hearing the voices from your
yeah, I
corner,
mean it's
really,
cool.
and
We
nothing
did
else.
it before. We fought Contender Series. I know the feeling. There's a little more pressure, but I mean we gotta be good, man. I'm like I say, my focus is in Greg Hardy. Someone say I'm gonna lose. Tell him that's okay. No, I
No,
mean,
fuck you.
that's. I know.
No,
I
I'm
like those
joking.
shit. The thing is, this is a two-man sport. One win, one lose. I make peace with that a long time ago. I'm 6-0, but if I ever lose, my head gonna go up and gonna train and gonna fight again. There's no big deal.
Um, when you go in with him, do you see this being a fight that goes very long, or do you see this one
Now we're
ending
gonna make
ending
mistake. Or
early,
me or
sort of
him, one
first
of us
round?
making mistake. The other one is going down. I'm okay with that. I told you. I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna get on his face. Me or him, one of us gonna make the mistake, and someone is going down.
Do you think he's going to rush you when he comes into the cage
I
like
hope he
he like
rush me.
is has been his style up to this point?
I hope he does do. I mean, I'm okay with him rushing me, but I don't deal good with the bullying. If he tries to bully me, I'm gonna make sure he pay for it.
Is there any chance at all that one of you guys shoots for the takedown and you get in a clinch and go to the ground, or is this a fight that's
I think gonna
very
be
much a
kickbox
kickboxing
match.
match?
I'm not gonna shoot. I think he's a 6'6" or 6'5". I'm only 6 feet tall. If he shoot, it's a bad decision for him. He if he shoot, he's not gonna take me down. I fought better wrestler than him. Couldn't take me down. He's not gonna take me down. He's just gonna waste his energy. So I think he's definitely not gonna shoot. That's what I'm thinking. I think he's gonna start in the end of his jab because he's tall. He can make me make a wrong decision. But I don't think he's gonna shoot. It's gonna be a kickbox match, punches and kicks.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the UFC heavyweight division in general? I mean, where do you see as the openings for you to rise up the ranks? Is there anyone in particular you see
No, man, I
you
don't
would
like
like
to
to
call
fight?
people out. I mean, if UFC asks me to fight someone, I will take it. I don't really care who. I mean, you're in UFC already. Better than being UFC is being UFC champ. So I don't believe in turn down fights. I will fight anyone. But I expect to be a top 15, top 10 by the end of the year.
Um, Sorry, I'm seeing a lot of these comments coming in.
Yeah.
Use leg kicks, big brother, low kicks for sure. Yeah, I think that seems like the right method to go about for this fight. Tell me a bit about how you got the call to be in the UFC, about how you got approached to do the Contender Series
Well,
way back when.
my friend Elvis. That's my friend. We grew up together. Obama. There's no secret, my friend. There's no secret. We're gonna fuck him up. Yeah, say it again. Say it again.
um, how did you get your start in the UFC? How did they
Yeah,
approach you about
I
doing the
was
Contender Series?
3-0. Knocked three guys out. Heavyweight division, they always looking for heavyweight division. They asked me to take another fight really in the short notice so I can was in UFC fight pass for CES. So they watched me that fight. I dominated the guy that won 30-26 and 4-0. They got me on the Contender Series.
That is an incredible point I just saw someone raise actually to go back to this fight. He's going to need a ventilator and an asthma pump. Are you concerned at all that he brings the asthma pump into the cage for this
if
one,
he
like he did a couple of fights ago?
if he bring it, he's done. I mean, he's gonna get the DQ again. But I hope I don't think he's gonna do it again. He already know. He already know. Uh, but someone say Hard is bigger, faster, and stronger than De Castro. That's wrong, buddy. He may be bigger, but he's not faster, not stronger than me, for sure. Make sure you put money on him. Make sure you put your money on
I
him.
don't. Have you been missing sports as much as everyone else has? Have you been like, if you weren't fighting, this would be something you would be very interested in either way in
Yeah, I'll
watching
be
as a
watching,
fan,
man.
right?
I'm a fan too. Like I say, I watch. Oh, I fight, but I like to watch fights every week. I'm watching fight. I will definitely be watching.
Um, what is your trajectory in the UFC then? I know that Greg has fought guys who have been in the top 10. Do you see yourself as approaching sort of the top 15 or top 10 after a big win this time?
For both of us, I think for both of us, whoever win this one, gonna get a top 10, top 15.
And I know you said you don't like calling people out, but who do you see in the top 10 as good challengers
I
for
don't
you?
like to tell names, man. If I don't like to tell names, then I will fight whatever UFC give it to me, man.
Of course, there's a lot of heavyweight fights this month. I mean, obviously on your card you've got Ngannou and Rosenstruck, and there's a few others. I mean, I'd imagine you're keeping tabs on pretty much everyone in the heavyweight division
Yeah.
right now.
I also had a pleasure to train with Francis Ngannou in a in a in Extreme Couture. I spent the 10 days over there. I had a pleasure to spar with him. He's one of the guys that I look up to. His work ethic is unbelievable. Super strong, super hardworking, and I hope I'll never fight that guy.
Did you spar
Yeah, I
with
did
with
spar with him
Ngannou?
a couple of days. Yeah, we're sparring, we're wrestling, we do a lot of things together.
How hard does he hit? Can you
Yeah,
quantify how hard it is? How much it
yeah, the
hurts to get hit by
strongest
Francis
human being, I'm
Ngannou?
telling you, the strongest human being I have ever touched me. Super strong. And the time he said he was 270, but it's like pure muscle, and he's and he everything he throw hard.
What's your weight looking like going into this fight? Obviously, I would imagine you'll make the 265, no bother. But what are you weighing right now?
I'm 265, man, but I eat everything. I'm a short. I'm looking to be like as big I can for this one. I know Gregard gonna be bigger than me, but I can do everything. Man. I eat. I can train twice a day. I don't starve myself, so I'm put some weight. I'm little chubby, like I say, but I got power.
What weight do you want to be ideally when you hit the scales on
260.
Friday?
Yeah.
260, good weight. Someone asked who's the muscle guy you sparred. We were talking about Francis Ngannou, UFC vibes. Is Francis Ngannou the best guy that you've sparred? Is he the toughest guy you've been in
The
the
most
cage with in the
scary one,
sparring
dude.
room?
You don't want to lock in the cage with him. I'm telling you, your life is on the line all the time. He's definitely one of the scary ones. Not a pleasure, dude. Not. I'm telling you, a lot of people avoid
How long
sparring.
ago was this spar?
Huh? When you train over there, you pick your round. So he picked me as a round two. We did 5 minutes in the cage, but it was, I think, the longest 5 minutes of my life.
But I mean, when did
Was
you spar him? Was it
Yeah,
preparing
I
for
was
a
prepared
particular
for
fight?
this one. Was in February.
Oh,
Yeah, I
right,
went there.
Jesus Christ.
I was there from February 28th, I think, to March 10th. I was there for 2 weeks. It was right before they canceled it.
I think a lot of people, we know how hard he hits. I think a lot of people want to know how good his wrestling is at
Oh
the moment.
yeah.
I mean, like you were sparring
Oh
wrestling with him.
yeah.
How was that?
His wrestling is good. He's well rounded. I'm telling you. He took me down. He kept me down. That was brutal. I don't want to really give the details, but he did, yeah. It was good. He's well rounded.
He was much better than he maybe showed against Stipe Miocic that time.
I didn't got the last question, but
He was a lot better, you thought, than maybe he showed against Stipe
yes, they've
Miocic
been
when it came
wrestling
to
for
the crown game.
that's why they've been wrestling for a couple of years now. After that fight, he's well rounded. You can see me after he lost against Stipe. He already beat two wrestlers. He beat Curtis Blady and he beat Cain Velasquez. So he's a different guy.
Um, Someone said you look like a fake Mark
Dude,
Hunt.
Someone who named X Gump. What the hell is that guy? Are you serious?
Yorgan, it's up
No,
to you.
let's
Will I block
no.
this guy, or will
Everybody
I
got a
leave him
right to express
to wind
himself.
you up a bit more?
No, leave him do. Let him do his stuff. It's okay.
How many times do you
Three
want to
more. I
fight
want
this
to
year?
fight 3
Realistically,
times.
it's a
I want to fight
weird
3
time,
times.
but do you think that's realistic? I mean, do you think that is that something that is going to happen? Do you think the UFC are
They
going to
say
have
they're
enough
gonna
events
go
for that
right
to be
back to.
possible?
So I think I'm gonna take my chance and fight three more times.
What fights are you most looking forward to watching on the upcoming card? And I'm sure you know some stuff that we don't, that you can't say about the card coming up on the 13th. What fights are you most excited about watching when things
When
come
things
back?
come back, I want to watch Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. That's the fight that I want to watch. I want that fight to happen. That's the fight I really want to watch. Who win that
Who
fight?
wins that fight?
I don't know, man. I like both of those guys. I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching the fight. Period. I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Do you think would you like to fight on this
Yeah,
Fight
I
Island? What
hope
are your
so,
thoughts on
man. I
that?
mean, if it happen, why not? There's a dream. Everybody, we all crazy, man. Fight Island, everybody want to get into.
Do you think Fight Island is going to be anything like
I hope
your own
so.
island
Yeah,
that you're
it's
from,
just
Cape
like
Verde?
me, man.
Be
Huh?
your natural habitat, right?
That,
It'll be your
damn
natural
right.
habitat in fighting on an island. Um, do you think so? You are obviously one of the few people that represents Cape Verde, really in any sort of big international sport. How important is it for you to carry that flag into the cage?
I didn't got the last one, buddy. You
Oh
cut it
no,
off. Yeah.
your connection's dropped. Oh yeah, sorry. When it comes to representing Cape Verde, how proud are you to wave that flag when you come into the cage?
I didn't get it again, but I feel like you say, what is the to get to represent Cape Verde? How I feeling? That's what you say. Yeah, I mean, it's an honor for me, man. It's an honor for me come
Yeah.
for where I come from and get to where I'm right now. So I'm blessed and I'm proudly represent my country and when I always go down there, I'm looking to give 100% and make everybody proud.
How did you find mixed martial arts? How did you get into the sport
I started
initially?
Portugal. I started kickboxing over there. Then my uncle asked me to move down here and try some MMA stuff right here. But my goal was K1.
Uh, I think we're approaching pretty much
Yeah.
the end here. You mentioned K1. Is that something you would still consider maybe in the future going forward, or are you fully dedicated to going to
I'm
UFC
staying
heavyweight
with
title right
MMA,
now?
man. I got a K1. I had a chance to. One of my teammates is a glory kickbox fighter, and he pissed me out every time. Like they are good. They are ridiculous good. The movement, they throw a lot. He's a high pace fighter. Those guys ridiculously good. I'm staying MMA, man.
Right, so we have seen a lot of talk in this chat. We've seen our friend X Dom, whatever his name is. We've seen some people betting on money on him. I imagine I'm going to the bookmakers right now. After this, I'm going to
X-Dom is
go.
a fan. It's okay, man. We all good, man.
He'll be a fan after this fight, I think. But imagine I'm going to go to the bookmakers
Oh, now he's
and I'm
asking
going
me.
to bet on
Now
this
he's
fight.
asking who win,
What
loses,
do
shoot.
you tell me to bet on?
Ngannou gonna win, buddy. God bless you.
Imagine I'm betting money on this fight and I've got the app open. I'm going to bet on whatever the app is. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I'm betting on this fight. What do you tell me to bet on? What's the
You
result
should
going
bet
to
one
be?
first round KO.
First round KO for Greg Hardy. He's going to knock out Yorgan De Castro, everyone. You heard it here first. All right. If anyone has any more questions, I won't take up too much more of your time. If anyone wants to ask anything in the chat, we're here to talk. He just said he thinks he's going to
Yes.
beat Hardy by first round knockout, right? It's going to be that same right
Or
hand
left hook, man. I
that won
told you
you
I got
the
power
last fight.
all the way around, and people got to see it. He
This
disagree
guy
with me
Dom just
everything.
disagrees with you for the
He
sake of
disagree.
it. I feel like. Oh man. Okay. If anyone wants to ask any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer. Well, you're going to be happy to answer. You don't want to ask me anything boring.
Yeah.
Ngannou is a beast. That's true. How do you think that fight's going to go? Do you think that lasts very long, or do you think that's another
They
Ngannou
both got
destruction in the
power, but
first round?
people sleep on Rossi Struck. I know I pick Ngannou to win, but Rossi Struck is very good, man. He have more than 70 kickbox fights, and he can throw down too. I think they're gonna exchange it, and Ngannou, if Ngannou touch him, he's going down. But I think this is who,
My boy Paulie, my boy Paulie in the chat said Dom
who is
versus De
Dom?
Castro on Fight Island. That's the fight
Who
everybody
is
wants
Dom?
to see after watching this stream.
Who
Ex
is oh
Dom
Dom? Yeah.
versus you.
I hope I hope I hope
I
his head
think
is
that's
good
the
as
fight.
as his mouth.
Okay, yeah, like I said, if anyone has any more, it's all love. Good luck versus Hardy. Cool.
Thank you,
He's
thank
pussied out
you,
now. Now
thank
that
you.
we threatened that you were going to fight him, this guy was all talk until we said, "Hey, come to Fight Island and fight Yorgan." And now he thinks you're going to do great against Greg Hardy. Now he thinks you're going to knock him out. Someone asked, "How do you think you beat Hardy?"
Yeah.
First round knockout. We know that. Um, all right. Well, unless anyone has any more questions, what's your final message to all your fans who've tuned in
Man,
for
just
this live
stay
stream today?
tuned. I mean, I have what I don't like to predict fights, but I know I can give 100% every time I step in the cage. So that's what you got to expect from me. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna give 100%. Doesn't matter the result. I'm gonna give it all and give you guys a show.
All right. Well, it looks like that's us for the questions. Randy
Well, because
Costa is
he
saying
said
something
Dad
about
been a
I don't know
trash
what that
SK
means.
virgin. That's my boy.
Look, Jorgen, thank you very much for your time. I'm going to let you go, and I wish you all the
Thank you
best
very
against
much.
Greg
I don't
Hardy. I
need
think
it,
you're
man.
going to need it.
Fight is fight. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.